After almost a year of observing the very wonderful pastoral skills of Bishop DiNardo and his many talents and his great energy and his willingness to fill in all over for me when I had 2 bouts of illness, after observing all of that, I decided the time was ripe. And on September the 21st, I wrote to our Holy Father and asked for him to accept my resignation so that I could go into retirement. And recently, that resignation was accepted, and the effective date for the retirement was set for today, November the 28th, 1998.
We normally think of the gospel words of outside words that perhaps we are to take in. But did we ever imagine that once we look, read, or even peer into the gospel of Jesus Christ, that it is the most finely polished mirror that shows us who we are really and who we are supposed to be? I use this image of the polished mirror to come to you again this year, as the Bishop of the Diocese has done for the last 26 years, to speak to you about the DAA. This is our yearly collection in the diocese to help us do the works of the diocese, to make the polished mirror of the gospel gleam, and to make us who are its images reflective of who and what the Lord Jesus is.
My friends, this morning we gather to rejoice. Christ, the bridegroom, has chosen to call home his servant, our sister, Therese of the Spirit of Love.
Friends, I come before you as I've gone before many parishes throughout the diocese outside of Sioux City to ask for your help in this our centennial year, that the next 100 years, which will probably not be as much buildings, but more working with people, that will be as glorious as our past 100 years in the diocese.
I want to welcome in a special way today His Excellency, Most Reverend Gabriel Montalvo, the Apostolic Nuncio in the United States, and the Holy Father's personal representative in this country. I thank him for coming to Sioux City today, for being main celebrant and preacher of the Word. Archbishop, you have come to the prairies and a very rural part of Iowa to bless us and manifest for us our deep communion with our Holy Father, Pope John Paul.
It's great for me as the Bishop of the Diocese to come here and to be able to give a keynote address on the question of God leading us in Catholic social teaching. They were kidding Beth before she introduced me to get my last name correctly. So she was going to introduce me as Bishop You-Know-Who. So Beth, I'm glad you got the name all right. It's wonderful.
I have one unique presentation to make this evening before I begin.
Father Alfred McCoy, please approach the podium. Father Al, you can have him, but I want him back at 10 o'clock tonight. Couples are usually a little bit nervous. I'm sure Rex and Sandra have a little nervousness today. I think I'll add to it by telling them that this is the first wedding I've ever done as a bishop. Secondly, I haven't done a wedding for 4 years. But on the other hand, Sandra and Rex don't worry. Even if the bishop does something wrong, it never looks wrong anyway. And if I don't look wrong, you won't look wrong. Everyone will be happy, even if George Lindblade gets the whole thing on camera later. My postlude is from a little girl, I think in Renson, Iowa. All she says in her letter to me is,
Dear Bishop Dan, I wrote, I hope you love Jesus and Iowa.
What I have done for you. You call me your teacher and your Lord. If I have washed your feet, so you must do as I have done for you. What I am doing now you do not know, but after a time is gone by, you will understand. What I have done for you. You call me your teacher and your Lord. If I have washed your feet, so you must do as I have done for you. Don't you understand what I must do? If you would be mine, then I must bend to wash your feet. You know what I have done for you. You who call me your teacher.